PCAE Computer-Aided Environment Project. Biography. Kikon Ricardo Paes Marcino de Almeida, born in the city of Apa, located in the state of São Paulo. He is currently majoring in Information Technology Management. He has some experience in the industrial automation area, where he has already worked as an operator of an automated station for treatment and disposal of lathes waste. Has technical courses in C# programming language, but did not work on software development in a professional way, being an amateur in areas such as electronics, robotics, and even in music, where he plays violin, piano. Abstract. Again, I've been gathering my ideas, forgive my inability to write. Summary. Chapter 1. Computing. Page 5. Chapter 2. Gasoline engine. Page 11. Chapter 3. Assisted computing. Page 15. Chapter 4. Assisted computer-controlled natural environment design. Page 17. Chapter 5. Terrarium and biocomposting. Page 18. Chapter 6. Terrarium. Page 20. Chapter 7. Agriculture Study Program. Page 21. Chapter 8. Robotics. Page 22.
Computing. Uma de várias áreas that
Computing. Among the various areas that compose computing, there is the simulation of events, where certain events are simulated on the computer through mathematical equations to arrive at a certain optimal parameter. There are countless areas of simulating and ways of simulating, for example through mathematical functions that simulate a simple system of variables. Through graphs you can observe the behavior of the functions already designed. It is interesting for the student to separate areas to study simulations from those of main interest, as well as the most appropriate programs for this purpose, such as AutoCAD SolidWorks with graphics and 3D simulating. Complex study areas. To set an example would be a high-pressure gas turbine for use in rockets, where use in the real context becomes dangerous. Computer systems work in such a way that their microprocessors are constantly creating graphs as a function of time. That is, they generate mathematical functions that draw on the screen in X, Y, E, Z. One way to train software development for the optimization of these microprocessors would be to train the creation of graphics in Excel and LibreOffice. There was an increase in the production of integrated circuits electronics boards, and with that complex systems appeared cheaper. Although with more than one integrated technology, an example is the Wi-Fi, MEMS. When designing one electronic system that uses wireless connections, you can think simpler systems instead of designing a Wi-Fi system with an amplified antenna or another microcontroller with a Wi-Fi connection of the ESP3266 type. You can use a Wi-Fi SD card, for example, which already comes with an integrated Wi-Fi antenna, of course considering whether the range of the mini Wi-Fi antenna on the card SD. Another way to reuse current electronic systems would be to make inexpensive tests with electronics. Reuse cell phone cards and LCD screens, batteries using serial USB communication, use ART RS-232 etc. Then writing a catalog of cell phone cards or other easily reprogrammable ones. On current computers, you can install electronic simulator programs where you copy the complete or partial layout of the circuit board. You can redo circuits on the PC test programs. The idea would be to copy the circuitry of electronic boards and simulators and simulate the operation of the boards, so you could reprogram the circuits in an easy way, avoiding only errors and bugs, simulating programs on the hardware. Perceives if in the current notebooks the presence of systems similar to on-chip, where it is attached to the processor, the communication with the GPU, memory etc. integrated in the same processor. I could then draw card with note processor without chipset, memory, RAM, next M2 SATA or card SD adapting. Perceives if in the current notebooks the presence of systems similar to on-chip, where it is attached to the processor, the communication with the GPU, memory etc. integrated in the same processor. I could then draw card with note processor without chipset memory RAM next M2 SATA or card SD adapting on the PCI bus programming as video memory cheap coprocessors HDMI output. Adapting expanders optical communication shielded parallel bus to develop parallel computing cheaply. Or use cheaper notebook processors that do not need an external chipset on digital boards.